post notifications. So let's clear a spot for our Tumblr. Sit right here. You guys up here, so y'all can see what's going on. It's interesting to see. I just put them in there and let it go for days. We'll do polish, we're just going to have to do polish in here. I was going to try to split it up into two smaller tumblers, but some of these rocks in here that happened. Let's see what we got here. This was pre-polished, 500 grit. Flashlight. Flashlight somewhere? Yes. So that you guys can see better. Welcome, Mary. Hope you're having a great day as well. This is pretty interesting. So see, we have this half is like a light brown, and this is a dark brown. Hey, cool, how's it going? And then if we flip it over, we see that the bottom is also a light brown. So that's pretty cool. Get a bigger one out. Some of the bigger ones I did carvings in them. Not very sophisticated, but it's 3 lines across, a couple of lines rather across the top. Right there. I think my flashlight is quick. That would be a bad idea. Yep. Oh, wow. So we'll continue on. This one, we tried to make some carvings across the top, but it needs more time in the sauce, so we're going to put it back to step 1. See, I'll show you, see, all this dark part right here, and right here, and right here. That all has to come off for this to polish. And that happens in step 1. Hey, how is everybody? Age? Looks like it says Blizz. See, that one's not nothing special, but it'll polish up. This is one that has a peace sign in it. Hello. See here, we have one with, we're making our peace sign, starting right here, and going up here, and here, and here. And I think it needs to go back to step 1. There's no polish on it. A little glimmer rather. This one's kind of a tan colored rock, and right there we got one white spot. And right there. So what we will do is we will put this aside. We'll cut this open and see what that is. That's interesting. Don't spam. If you spam the chat, you'll get sent to jail. This ain't nothing special, but it's starting to show some signs of life. There's another one, black lace agates. Needs to go back to step one. Because that blackness under there needs to all come off. This one I always thought was cool. You have this light tan, or tan we'll call it, on the back. And you flip it over, it's tan, and it's got a darker color. It's really cool. I really like this tumbler. Boy, we are having a heat wave today, over the past couple of days. Supposed to continue till tomorrow. This one's interesting too. When this is wet, this is like a tan color, and this is like a chocolate color. See, like here, this chocolate color, and then this tan color. Pretty cool stuff. And this is that sedimentary type rock that I keep finding little pieces of. That's cool stuff. Hey friend, how are you? Sorry about the late notification. My phone has been acting weird. I think it's with this heat. I'm not feeling good today. Have a sinus headache. But we got stuff to get done. Yeah, especially sinus headaches because you just feel overall miserable. But you know it ain't nothing serious. It's frustrating. Also, I have an opportunity that I might be able to move into a 2-bedroom apartment that's quite large. So I pray that that happens soon. Because that would be a big deal. There's that piece of petrified wood I've been working with. Seems like forever. It's ready to go into polish. Yeah, it will be great. All appliances included, including a washer and dryer. That will be big because stack washer and dryer that I have is expensive to repair. I put a belt on it. I had them come on and put a belt on it, and it was $200 friggin' $100 an hour for labor, and then $2 for the belt. It's like, are you kidding me? Here's this little rock. It's all smooth all the way around, so we'll try and polish it, see what happens to it. Yeah, I need to do that. I need a stainless steel table for in here instead of this one I got this on. Yeah, the lady that controls it, she's also going to get me an air conditioner. Which would be great, because the one in the living room, it tries, but it just can't keep up. It's only 6,000 BTUs. And my living room is living room and kitchen combined. And it's like 12 feet by 30 feet. It just can't keep up. Here's another one. Nothing special, but it's smooth on all sides, so it'll go in. What's going on here? Green Adventuring is the most pain in the what? It's still got that white shadow, or I call it scale, on it. So that needs to go back to step one, because that white scale all has to come off. Okay, that's fine. There's another one. Welcome back, Sin. This one's got to go back for step one, but it's starting. The scale is starting to come off. That stuff is the biggest pain in the neck to get that scale off of. So what I decided what we're going to do, I was going to try to split this up in between the two other tumblers, but these big rocks won't fit in the other tumblers. Oh, okay. Yeah, some places in America don't have the best Wi-Fi. And don't get me started on T-Mobile. There's another one. Ain't much, but it's starting to polish up a little bit. Yeah. This one here is the one that we tried to do stick tree on. It really needs to go back for step one, because that black, I call it the mask, but it's not the right word, has to all come off. Nothing special, but all smooth. You're all smooth on all sides, you can go with a polish. But if I run my finger across it and get a rough spot, it goes back to step one. Because you don't want to take a chance on a rough spot on, say this had a rough spot on it, which it does right there, rubbing up against one that was polished, that would ruin your polish. And you would have to take that rock and start all over again at step one. See, this is cool. It's like a chocolate brown, but then it's got these cream colored spots in it. That'll turn out real cool. And this one ain't nothing special, but it's got some, well, it's got this cream colored blotch right here, but then if you turn it over, this is more of a brown. It's got the same thing on this side, the blotches. We can set this aside and saw when we come on tomorrow, do a saw day. See, that looks pretty cool, don't it? That's yellow jasper. Welcome back. Welcome to the next episode on The Price is Wrong. Or The Price is Right, or whatever you want to call it. There's no grit left in here. I'll explain what I just did in a second. See, this one turned out cool. It's starting to get a good shine right across there. So, what I used to do, which I don't do anymore, is after each step, I poured the contents out and rinsed down the entire thing. And then I found out that once the grit is spent, it can't cross over into the next step because there's no grit left. So what I do now, this one's kind of cool shape, is I check the inside of the barrel. I check the bottom of the barrel. As long as I don't feel any grit, I don't dump it. Now this one here is kind of neat. Starting to get kind of a glimmer on it. But look at the different colors. It's like a chocolate brown, and then you got 3 spots that are tan, and then something else going on the bottom. Just really cool stuff. Welcome back. This is rough. Both sides are rough. This one right here. Both sides are really rough. So we put that back on step 1. I got a couple of them. They call them high output fans. There's another name for them. I got one of them. That little thing will crank some air. Here's another one. It's got a rough spot right there. All the rest of it is smooth except that one spot right there. So we'll put that back to step one. We can put big rocks. So we got big rocks left. And what I mean by check for grit, you can, when you're pulling the rock up out, oh cool, and you run your finger across it, if there's still grit in the slurry, you can feel it. So far I've felt none. Zero, zilch, nada. We're gonna film one with this rough. Messing with the fan. See, I usually put the fan in the window, but when it's going to be 100 degrees, I'm not opening the window at 3 in the afternoon. See, this one's got a rough spot right there. The rest of it feels good. If I find a rough spot, it gets set back to step one. I'm not taking chances. I started to say a bit earlier, I really like this tumbler. It doesn't start and stop like the other two do, but the other two are smaller, so you can't put as much rocks in. I can fill this thing up to the top and put it on the tumbler. Well, this is the barrel, and that is the actual tumbler. I can fill this barrel up, put it on the tumbler, and it'll just sit there and crank. It'll do its thing, you know what I mean. Tomorrow, in the morning, I'm going to get my wrench set out of the front seat of the car. And then when we come in the afternoon tomorrow, depending on how things go, I'm going to show you guys how to work on a tumbler. See, this one is turning out really nicely. It's got a nice shimmer on that side and on that side. I hate it when it gets warm like this. I love where I live, but they can keep 100-degree days. As they say, no bueno, meaning no good, right? That's about the only Spanish I know. Unless you want to get into swear words. I know some swear words. I used to work in a factory full of them, full of Mexicans. I swear that's all they did all day long is swear at each other. There, it's got a nice shine on it. It's got some water, but nice, starting to have a nice shine to it. And this one got some roughness on the back. And right there. Yep. Some rocks are very hard. Yeah. See, this one is going back to step one because I run my finger across here and it's rough. It's rough right there. It's rough right there. So that's an easy one to go back to step one. My aide was here today. She's such a blessing. She really has become like a best friend. Yeah. It does that. It has a mind of its own on hot days, huh? Some days in general. Here's a neat looking rock. Smooth all the way around so it can go to polish. See, that's cool. It's like a little bitty piece of granite, almost. I would call it like a granite egg. Because it's little. Another one of them, brown with the white speckles in it, white blotches I call them. Cool stuff. That's really good, so I'm going to polish. Okay, so this is the one I was waiting on. See what this bad boy did. This one. Huh. So see that? That's that black lace agate. And we made this, I tried to make this like a valley, and the grinder battery kept cutting out. See, this is what I was talking about. The black crust like will all come off. Cool stuff, huh? One, one of the few things that I am having to get used to is adjusting how much grit I put in the tumbler. The little tumbler is 4 pounds. It takes 2 tablespoons of grit. This is 7 pounds. 17 pounds rather. So the next time we do a step 1, I'm going to show y'all how I figure the amount of grit that needs to go in. Here's a nice one. Going around and see if there's any great big ones left. There are not. But there's a rough one. It's strange to me how I can stick my hand in a pile of rocks and slurry and run across one rock that's rough. The rest could all be smooth and I would run across that one rock. Here, this is the one. Right here and right here. It's all rough. I was starting to explain about use slurry. Okay, when I first started doing this, I used to dump all my slurry through each one with fresh water, and then I watched Mark at superaggers.com, and he said, don't dump the slurry. He said that he gets better results when he reuses the slurry. He said put it in a bucket and reuse it. See, that's cool. The shape is cool. It's like a almost pyramid shape, right? But then if you set it like that, that's cool. It's ready for polish. Anyhow, he said, if you stick your hand in the slurry and you don't feel any grit, he said, then the grit is all spent. And the grit cannot go on and cross-contaminate the next step because it's basically not there. And since I started doing that, I get much better results. I don't dump my water. I take the rocks out with the slurry. I take the rocks out of the slurry instead of dumping the whole slurry. See, that one looks cool. Got some cool looking rocks where I live. These are all from Yellowstone. But where I move, if I get that place, I also have access to the Tongue River right there. Yeah, cool rocks, that's right. Now, the last step, I added a step, step 5, is the burnishing. The burnishing, you have to clean this all out, and you do just water. And you can put some borax in there to clean the rocks. But it's basically just giving them a bath. A lot of people push getting a sonic cleaner instead of doing the water bath. The sonic cleaner ain't gonna tumble the rocks. The sonic cleaner is basically a sonic cleaner for cleaning auto parts. And instead of putting auto parts in it, you just put rocks in it. And it just sits there. So I have not pushed forward with that idea. This is a neat shape. Just out that right there, there'd be like a overhanging cliff. And then I watched this other guy that he burnishes after every step. I thought, wow, that's such an extra thing to do. Or if you just do it all at once at the end, you might get a better result. This is a weird one. This started out as white with gray spots, and now it's gray with white spots. This one, this is like a chocolate brown. All the same color pretty much. Got one spot right there. It might be lighter. Right on that side right there, it's not smooth. All the rest of the sides are smooth. This is just like a cream color. Starting to get a pretty good shine on it. This one I thought was Might be quartz. Just an odd shape though for quartz. Here's another one neat shaped almost like a triangle. Yeah, Sunday it was 114 degrees. See, this is starting to get a nice shine to it. Yeah, and then yesterday it was 107, and today it's supposed to be 100. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 90. And cool off a little bit tomorrow night, and back in the hundreds for the weekend. See, this is like banded shirt. Might even be banded shirt. Cool stuff. Yeah. Well, this is called the High Plains Desert, so it gets hot. This is a little piece of rhyolite. See all the yellows, and then turn it over. It's like yellows and oranges. Rhyolite's cool stuff. Up right there. See, that's cool looking. That's one of those, I call them mystery rocks, because this was a whole one like this, both two sides, and I cut it in half, and I cannot find the other side for nothing. It's like, well, that's a mystery. Because they can't leave the house, it ain't got legs. This is cool looking. I'll be glad to get my other cataract done. Seeing out of that eye is a challenge, let me put it that way. There's that one. I like that because it had that little natural hook on it. This is all smooth. So you just check the smoothness. I just run my thumb across the side, flip it over, run my thumb across. As long as I don't feel no drag on the side, I'll let it go on. So where's everybody from? Says we got 3 watching. That's cool. Starting to get into this really smaller ones. Like this here, got a pretty good shimmer on it. Now, little rocks on top of the big rocks, and I always put the big rocks in first. Rough on 2 sides, so it will go. See that spot right there? rough. You can feel the roughness. Smooth, 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 smooth. All right. Try something different. A few of these small ones at the bottom. There. This one in there. That one. And this mammoth gamma right here. The reason why I like to put the big ones in first is because if you get to the top and you have a big one, you can't let the seal push up. So I like to put the big ones in first and then put the little ones in around it. All of my wing nuts on the floor. That would have been a small disaster. Big one over there. See, I explained the other day with the little ones, I twist the little one as I go and fill in holes and pockets. Can't twist this one like that. That one can go in there. That can go in there. I'm going to start peeling through some of these over here. See, I don't like to go no farther than like an inch below the line because you want the rocks to have room to move around. If I get a little bit higher in the center, that's okay because once it tumbles a couple of times, it will completely readjust everything in there to how it wants things. But if I don't give it enough room to tumble, here, this one is done. I wanted to show you all this. Look at how that turned out. This was done in this tumbler. It needs a polish on it. We're going to stick that in there. But I thought that turned out pretty cool. that one over there. We are down to the nitty-gritty here. Let me back you guys up here for a second. Show you where we're at here as far as rocks. We need to go get some more rocks. But where that container is right there was a pile of rocks that tall. And we'll swing over this way. Over on this side, this was all full, waiting for polish. We've done a really good job of getting the top of the table caught up. So, we want to do some borax in here. Now, I'm going to get brave and do, see, I did half a tablespoon, 4 pounds, 4, 8, 12, 16. So half a tablespoon times 4 is 2 tablespoons. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of borax. If this blows up in my face, oh well. Two scoops of polish, which I gotta get more polish out of the cabinet over here. And the 4 pound, and we have, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8 scoops of polish. Let me move you guys up here for a second. Turn you over here. I gotta get up and get some polish, which means moving everything all around again. Yeah, the door do not shut. There'll be a hot box in here with the door shut. No to hot boxes, right? That door open. Open this closet right here. Take this container here. I'll turn you guys around. You guys can watch me do this. Okay, so you're going to take this container, smaller container, because this big container is just too big to slip out there. We're going to put a scoop in, or bury a scoop rather. Order some more polish. Turn you guys around this way so you can watch me do this here. So, I said 8 scoops of polish, right? I need to add a little more water. Use this water, it's separated. I need a lot of water. There's good. Move the bead rocks back. Bury the hole. So we're going to put 8 scoops. I always knock them off a little bit. 1. I don't think we have 8 scoops. 2, 3, 4, 5. You might make it 6. 7. I'm going to barrel almost 8. So that means we have to reorder. Stuck to the top. That one in there. I wish I could remember the one guy's channel name. They're called little rocks like this. Well, rocks smaller than this. Call them Tumblr food. Which is an appropriate name. And if I knew his channel name, I'd give him a shout out. Dry part, wipe it. Can y'all see what I'm doing over here? No, you can't. So let me move you guys. Stupid fan. I'm wiping off the lid over here. And then turn back over to here, and we're going to take the wet part of our cloth and start wiping this all off. they were spouting some really wild stuff last night. Somebody thought that these data centers are where they're going to keep people that don't behave in the New World Order. What the hell? Where do these people come up with this crap at? It's like, I didn't even go there, you know? It's like, no, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Sometimes I will, you know me. And there's this guy, Gary Aldrich. That's his screen name. He thinks that because Google says dead man switches don't exist in America, that there's no dead man switch. Him and I went round and round on that. I said, oh yes, there is. He said, nope. Anything that Trump signs if he's taken out, that the next president has to redo everything. It's like, no, that's not how that works. I told him that is not how that works at all. I said, where did you even get that idea? He said, from Google. I thought, oh my word. He said, I ask Google stuff every day, and whatever it tells me is the truth. It's like, no, that is not how that works. So I'm not going to talk with him very often because seems like all he wants to do is just argue and argue and argue. Even when you give him facts and everything, he still tries to say that his position is right. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Sure. So we're going to put our lid on, or seal rather. This is a seal. And always test the center to make sure there's nothing sticking up. And then take your cloth and wipe your steel lid off. I always wipe both sides, doesn't hurt it, you know. On. Start our wing nuts on, or 6 of them. Always count. Make sure I got them all. I tried to explain to that guy that when Trump posted about the 1,000 missiles and that the order is given, I said that means the order is already given. That the second something happens to him, those get launched. And he said, nope, that's not allowed. I said, yeah, it is. I said, that's your dead man switch. It's not a physical switch. It's a set of commands. In the event this happens, you do this immediately. So then we're all snug, so now we can go back around and tighten them down, get them tight. Some people, you just gotta walk away. That's my firm belief. You just gotta walk away, because they would sit there and argue for hours and hours and hours that their point is right. Even when you show them facts that it's not, they would still argue. So you can't win with people like that, so why try, right? This is not working. The fan works, but it keeps blowing the door shut. If I had central air, it wouldn't matter, but I do not. Open this door. Let's see if we can. Put in this door maybe. For right now. Until the fan falls over or does something else crazy. And you don't have to do them super tight, just snug and then a little bit extra. Thank you, Sam. Now we're going to put the tumbler, or the barrel rather, on the tumbler. I always rock it back and forth to make sure everything's copacetic. And we're going to set our hours to, we're going to do 64 hours. Because 48 hours is 2 days. Oops. 64. There we go. I love this thing. I got the hours set and it just started going. We're getting pretty close to being caught up. But the interesting thing with this batch is I just noticed that the window's open. I guess I never shut the window last night. Gee whiz. So I guess when I get off here, I'll put the fan in the window. Oh well, it's always something, ain't it? Ain't it, my friend? Always something. I saw Lizzie online last night, I think it was. She's been camping. Good for her that she can go camping. And ER grandma, she was taking her granddaughter camping. something new going on. Alright, that's what we got for today. We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we will soothe the saw, do some stuff with the saw. I got a new face plate because I can't let pieces of grit fly in my eye. Well, I call it face plate, face shield. So we'll see how that works. Didn't look too good. It looked kind of foggy. All right, see you tomorrow. Take care.